My name is Kees van Bochove. I'm the CEO of the Hyve. Bioinformatics is the science where you use computer science to find out how biology works. Scientists that work in universities and scientists that work in pharmaceutical companies work on the same problems, but they have a very different approach. If you're in a university, you want to publish papers. So if you make software, this has to prove something about how you can solve a certain problem. But once you have done the publication, you're done. In a pharmaceutical company, that's only the start. Because you take the solution, but then you want to apply it to a problem to find out how can I make a drug or how can I design better foods.
My name is Ike Go. I'm a professor in computer science at Imperial College, and I'm also the CTO of Transmart Foundation. And I've been working in the field of translational medicine for about 10 years. Open source is software development now is a trend, right? For this kind of software, the most important thing is really not try to build a commercial software and then make money by license to the users. Rather, make one software, only one.
So what we do at the Hyve is build a bridge between academic institutes, universities, hospitals, on the one hand, where a lot of innovation and science is generated, and pharmaceutical companies and food companies which use this research to create drugs, to make better foods, and we do so by using open source software. So the innovation of the academic community can be used in a commercial setting.
I'm Keith Elliston. I'm the Chief Scientific Officer of the Transmart Foundation. I know the Hyve by working with them through the foundation, so we've interacted with the Hyve both in their efforts with CTMM trait, also with a number of pharmaceutical companies, including Sanofi. Overall, we've found them to be a very good member of the community. It's been great working with them in terms of open source, and I think they bring a lot of energy to the field. One of the open source programs that the Hyve has been working with recently is the Transmart platform. Transmart is an open source platform for translational research and is a platform that's being used now by academics, nonprofit medical centers, and pharmaceutical scientists to advance translational research.
The Hyve is built around three core values: sharing, reusing, and specialization. Sharing, because we believe in sharing what we do with the world. We believe that that will ultimately yield more results than if we keep it for ourselves. And it's also something that we encounter in our daily practice. Because the open software that we create and work on is improved at this very moment by scientists around the world that work on the same software packages. Secondly, reusing. We of course reuse those things. And third, specialization. We specialize in open source software development. We have a professional software development team that works with agile development, and we also specialize in bioinformatics and translational research. When a scientist creates open source software and he makes this available as an open source product, we can use commercial support around that so that scientists in a commercial company can use it.
I think one of the big benefits of working with the Hyve is, number one, a real focus on the open source platforms. They have a really strong, dedicated focus to open source, and I think fully understand the ability to do collaboration using an open source model. Secondly, I think they're young and enthusiastic. They work very diligently. They're very good collaborators, and in terms of the output of the work, it's very, very high quality. So I think they're a very good partner for collaboration.
The uniqueness of the Hyve is young. I think that is very important. I mean, people may think young is inexperienced. Young is probably means they may not be able to deliver. But in my view, is young means they're imaginative, they're enthusiastic. And that is very important for the software like the Transmart needed.
What we want to accomplish as the Hyve is building the bridge, and we would like to see open source become the de facto standard for software for life science research.